Insurance is not for everybody.
Right.
Let me tell you. I mean, he came in and worked 5-6 years there, and he did a pretty good job, but he just...
It's not for me.
Yeah.
Happens.
He likes the car business, so that's what he's doing. My oldest son, Zach's already did insurance, and he wasn't that thrilled with it. My younger son, Wade, he wants to try it somewhere down the road. So we're gonna work on that, So
like most things, unless you dive in, you don't know. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't even consider the fact that, hey, you don't have to do what you don't like.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, the way that we were raised is not like that. It was more like you get a job with that Friday looks good. Today's guest on Beyond Business, I'm sitting down with a man who's built an incredible reputation here in Central Illinois, not just for his professionalism, but for his consistency and integrity across everything that he's done and is still doing. He's a longtime country financial representative based in Forsyth, Illinois, helping families, business owners, and neighbors protect what matters most for more than 2 decades. But that's just part of his story. His roots in discipline, leadership, and community go way back before insurance, from his early career experiences to his years mentoring others, to now owning businesses like the 48 Inn Bar and Grill and leading the nonprofit Five Kings organization. Excuse me. His journey is a great reminder that real success is not just about income, but also about impact. Today, we're going to dig into what built that foundation, how he keeps it all balanced, and what lessons he's learned about business, life, and giving back right here in Decatur. It's a pleasure to welcome today's guest, Jeff Ludwick.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm like, dang, ChatGPT, keep in mind my abilities. No, it's a pleasure to have you on, man.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, like I said, you're one of the people that you've been prominent. I mean, so I'm going to jump all over the place a little bit. And the first thing, I'm familiar with a lot of people with you that are involved in Five Kings.
Right.
What is it?
Okay, so Five Kings, this is back in the day. I was very involved in the Decatur celebration.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, at one point I was in charge of all the stages, making sure that everything was going right on the stages and everything like that. And then I got on the board at the Decatur celebration, and they came up with a new idea of how to raise money. So they wanted to do a king and queen thing. So what they did is they found 5 business men and 5 business ladies, and they basically said, hey, do what you can to raise money. We don't care what you do. Whoever raises the most is king and queen. Oh. So it was pretty simple. Raise a bunch of money. So
whoever wins, wins.
Right.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of help, and went out there and we did stuff like we did a boat poker run, which was the first time I think they've ever done a boat poker run on Lake Decatur.
Yeah.
And so we did that, raised a bunch of money. We did.
And are you raising money for, like each event is for something different, or is it like all for?
It was all for the Decatur celebration.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay,
that's
so
right.
Everything we raised.
That was to keep that boat moving.
To try to keep the Decatur celebration afloat, yeah.
Okay.
So we did that. We auctioned off. We had a thing one time where what was it? Where you like auction off people for a date? We did that.
Sure.
So we had a bunch of fun events, know, and we had a ball doing it. Yeah. And I raised the most money, so I was crowned king. Okay. Which was pretty awesome. And so anyway, that was, I don't know. That's probably been 8 years ago, 9 years ago, something like that, maybe 10. But anyway, so then every year we did it again, but you had to come up with new business people to do it.
Sure.
So like my buddy Jim Ashby, I said, hey, Jim, why don't you run for king this year? And we're just going to duplicate kind of what I did. We'll do a boat poker run. It'll be for you this time and everything else. And Jim and his wife, they helped me out a lot too whenever I did it. So
it was his turn.
Returning the favor. yeah. So we did that. So Jim won.
Yeah.
And then I think we had Woody from Sliders,
And as you're telling it, I'm recalling even the fun of the fundraising was fun for the community.
Oh yeah,
I mean everything was a community event to make
everything we did was fun fundraiser, and usually most time it involved alcohol.
Sure, some adult good times.
Yep, it was all that kind of stuff. But we got Woody, he won, and then there was another buddy, Matt Minder won, and then The tattoo guy.
Lil Frank.
Lil Frank.
Oh, so essentially it was five Celebration Kings
Right.
is where the...
So when the celebration started going the wrong direction and everything, and we kind of separated ourselves, and I think it lasted like another year or two after we got out of it,
Gotcha.
basically. But we all was together one time, just said, we really enjoyed doing those fundraisers.
Sure.
But instead of, now that the celebration's gone, we can still do them, but what will we do the money? So we
Right.
developed a Five Kings charity.
Okay.
And what Five Kings does is we basically raise money doing the same thing. Fun. We still do boat poker run. We do the 12 Bars of Christmas, which is coming up here soon. We do golf stuff. We do bag tournaments and stuff like that. So it's usually just fun stuff, raise money. And now where the money goes is we partner up with usually like 4 or 5 other charities that are all local. Mm-hmm. And we tell them, like Boat Poker Run, for instance, we'll be like, hey, ALZ Wiffle Ball guys, they're a 501c3.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys help us out? You guys man a dock. Okay.
Yeah.
You man the dock, and then when the event's done, we're going to give you, a fifth of the money or whatever.
Sure.
So basically, we plan everything, we raise the money with their help, and then we usually have about 5 charities involved. In those charities, they all get their
Get a
slice
check.
of the pie.
Yeah.
And it's turned out being pretty cool. I mean,
everything you do is now a staple.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's no, like the Boat Poker Run is
People
definitely
are looking forward to that all the time.
Dude,
Same thing with 12 Bars of Christmas.
That's got to have grown. Well, you've seen it. I guess every year you sit back and go, "Holy shit! Look how many people are."
So
doing
when I
it.
did it, whenever I was running for king, we had 5 stops.
Okay.
And I think 3 of the stops were just pontoon boats floating.
It's a stop.
And you had to find them. And I remember I was on my pontoon boat and I'm grilling hot dogs on the pontoon boat and stuff like that. Well, today if you go, we got 7 really nice stops.
Dude,
so
they're
we've
set
expanded. And people just have a ball. I mean,
whenever I went and checked them out last year, it was just like, whoa, these people are going all out. Again, they're planning right now for when they host.
Oh, yeah. The people who own the docks, they have kind of a competition behind the scenes.
Sure.
And whoever raises the most money on their dock, they've got a trophy that they pass
traveling
around.
trophy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's gotten it's a lot of
neat.
fun, but, people, they're very competitive.
Yeah.
So it makes it even better.
Yeah. But so, okay, I guess you were in a position when you started all this where you guys needed to come up with something to raise money. So that's kind of where the whole thing got built. It was, yeah. And then you're like, well, let's not stop.
Let's not stop, yeah.
I don't know if I'll be asking for your opinion or if you can actually tell me, but what happened to the celebration? Was it like, in my mind, that Devin was coming, so we had to get rid of the... I mean, is that an insane thought?
That's part of it.
Sure.
There's a lot of things that was going on. I thought there was some mismanagement going on. That's one of the reasons I separated myself from the celebration. But but I don't want to really get into that too much. But one of the main things is the cost of live music anymore is just crazy. You cannot bring in. I mean, I remember whenever I was president of the board at the celebration. I mean, we paid out like $65,000-$70,000 for 2 different acts, and then another one. I think we had $200,000 into the main 3 acts for the Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Those are free to us.
Yeah, and they're free, but then nobody wanted to pay for a $10 wristband to come in and see 3 nights of $200,000 acts. So it got real tough, and of course everybody was like, "Well, why aren't you getting Beyonce? Why aren't you getting?" Because they're $1 million. You know, I mean, you can't do that for a free. Street party.
We have to
basically.
do that instead of build a building.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'd say there's several things that made the celebration go away. I have people ask me all the time, "Is it going to come back someday?" And I'm like, "It'll never come back to the way it was."
It's like the Gus Macker, man. Once it happened.
Yeah. What behind the scenes, if you knew how many people, I mean, Decatur is a great community. I love living here because the people are great. They're giving people. They volunteer their time, but I mean, it took hundreds of people to put that celebration on.
Right.
You know, and there's no way if somebody said, let's start one tomorrow, you could not get that number of people to step back up and know what they're doing.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. Again, it became stuff that even though it might get bitched about because they were super busy when it happened, they looked forward to being a part of it and to keep that ball rolling. All the volunteers. And,
oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It was.
Yeah. And if you did it year after year, you knew what you was doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if somebody was, the guy was over stages, he did it for like 20 some years before me. And he stuck around 1 year and showed me the ropes, you know. But now if you started all over again, I mean, everybody be starting all over again, and that'd be tough.
And
the Devon is a great venue too. So
yeah, they did well.
We're very fortunate to have that. Lavelle and the guys down at the Lincoln Theater, they do a great job. You know, so I mean, we have plenty of good live music here in Decatur. So unfortunately, you got to pay a little bit for it now. You know.
Well, and it ran its life. It was awesome. I mean, I think I was surprised that the boat race. I remember whenever I was younger, that was the thing. You know, the boat races was like one of our events.
Right.
It was kind of a carnival almost at some point, I believe. But they're. I don't know if it's going to come back like that, but it definitely was successful.
They're trying.
Heck yeah, they are.
It's awesome if they can do it. I mean, I remember back in the day, like you said, but you could count on it. It would rain every time.
Every single time.
And you're like,
here we go.
We're snake bit.
Yeah. It was crazy because how they laid it out last year, like the first year, where they put bleachers up. They were envisioning what it used to be. And then people didn't go. It was like, we're not.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
It was like, hey, that was 30 years ago. Nobody remembers
the world's changed. I mean, unfortunately, we don't cruise up and down El Dorado anymore either.
This is true. Yeah. No,
those were the good old days. I wish we did. So.
Did you grow up in Decatur?
Yeah.
Okay. Where'd you go to college? Or where'd you go to high school at?
So I went K through 12 at Warrensburg.
Okay.
So I've always lived in Decatur. I was one of those, lived out kind of by the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
And got bussed out to Warrensburg all the time.
Sure.
And then I wanted to paint cars for a living, so I went to Nashville Auto Diesel College and went down there and got a degree basically in auto body and paint.
Okay.
Of all things. So anyway, I did that. That's kind of.
Did you do it? I mean, did you complete it and then paint for a bit?
Yeah. So it was kind of cool. I worked down in Nashville for a little while at a Mustang restoration place. And I mean, they would bring in old the 60s Mustangs, and we would tear them down and rebuild them. And they'd be going to car shows when we were done.
They got a lot of those shows right now.
Yeah, it was really cool. Did that for a little bit. Then I came up and started working at a couple body shops here in town. And then I got on at ADM Trucking, and I painted all their trucks and their trailers and stuff like that. And I went through. Like
you started a company and they hired you, or you worked for them? And
I worked for them.
Yeah,
gotcha. I worked for ADM.
Gotcha.
My dad was very. He's a union meat cutter, and he's all about blue collar, and you need to find a job that's got benefits and this and this and this. And I'm like, all right.
That was the generation's way.
Right. So I got on at ADM, and my job was since I had a paint and body degree, basically, I was sanding down semi-trucks, painting them, and putting them on the street, you know. And back then, ADM Trucking, I don't know if you remember this, but every truck they had was silver with these orange, red, and purple-like looking stripes on them, right?
Yeah.
So even if somebody bought so they started hiring owner-operators, and the owner-operator, they would buy a $100,000 Peterbilt with a beautiful paint job on it, and they'd be like, yeah, you can't work for us unless we sand that down and paint it silver and put our orange, red, and maroon stripes on it. And they're like, really? But that's what I did. That's where it was at, yeah. So I'm the guy that would have to sand it down and paint it, and the owners are like, they made them sick, but I mean,
that's where the money's at.
I made them look as good as I could, but I mean, it looked like cookie cutter like every other truck.
That's crazy.
There, you know?
Huh. That's a Did you like the gig? Or was it getting to the point where it's like, all right, maybe this isn't
I could paint a truck in my sleep. Right. You know, I was doing it. I probably did that for, I don't know, 6-7 years.
Oh, shit.
And, you know, I did other things besides that. But, I mean, that's what I was doing. And at ADM, I was there at ADM for 15 years.
Right.
So I did that. And then there was a guy there named Larry Whitehill who saw a lot in me, and he basically said, I'm taking you out of that paint booth and let's do something with you. So kind of moved me up there, and I ended up being a purchasing manager for ADM Trucking, and I bought all their tires and their parts and their fuel and, that kind of stuff. And it was more of a white collar job.
Sure.
It was.
In your mind, was that like not even an option because what you were trained in and had experience in was painting? You're like, I'm going to be painting for regardless.
Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of, I owe a lot to that guy. He's not with us anymore, but he kind of took me by the hand and said, hey, I'm going to help you out because I like something. You. Yeah. He saw something in me, so. And then in the meantime, while I was at ADM Trucking, I used to be in bar bands and stuff and sang a lot and stuff like that. So And
at this time, you're in your 20s, 30s?
20s.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I started at ADM when I was 20 and I left when I was 35.
Okay.
So probably whenever I was about in my early 20s, I used to sing in some bands and stuff. And then 25, I started a DJ service.
Okay.
So, and I had that for 23 years. So I did a lot of wedding receptions, trust me. My business is Good Times Mobile DJ Service. And
that was you.
Yeah. We probably did, over a 23-year time period, we did probably at least 1,000 wedding receptions.
Because you had other DJs, too. You had a crew.
I had like Eric Lee working with me. Eric.
Yeah.
Brian Richardson out of Sullivan.
I didn't know that was your deal.
Yeah. So we had 2 units. We could do 2 parties at the same time. And then we had those 2 units, and then I also put in the karaoke in at Curly's.
Yep.
So that was my gig too for about 7 or 8 years.
Okay. So
I had 4 people working for me there doing that.
Yeah.
So I've always loved music. Music is my thing. That's kind of that's why I got involved with the celebration, is because of the music. So. Oh
no, that's cool though. So what leads you from ADM? I mean, did you start your career now that you've been doing for a while? Where's the transition come from? Because it sounds like at ADM you ended up getting in long enough and well enough that you had a pretty good career if you wanted it.
Right. Yeah, I kind of
you could make your own money at what you do.
I was hitting my head on the ceiling at ADM. I could not advance really any farther. It seemed like so I wanted to get somewhere where
you could decide how you do.
I kind of want to be my own boss. You know what I mean? I had that taste with the DJ service. I took something from nothing and I made it into the Decatur area is probably one of their number one.
Yeah, for sure.
David Lee and ours were probably the number 1 and number 2 DJ service in Macon County.
Sure.
And so I saw that side of it, and I was making as much money DJing as I was at ADM.
Oh,
so
nice.
I'm going, man, maybe I'll do something else. So, but anyway, a guy, kind of the same thing. I went to job service one day because I was like, I got to do something besides ADM.
Right.
And the gal across the counter from me, she slides this piece of paper to me, and she says, I didn't give you this. I go, okay. I look at it. It's got a guy's name, and it's got a phone number on there. And she goes, call him. Well, it was the country, at that time it's Country Companies. It was the agency manager. And so I gave him a call, and he told me who he was, and I'm like, insurance? Never even thought about insurance, so. But whenever he interviewed me, he says, you ever feel like you're hitting your head on the ceiling, you can't get any farther?
You're like, this guy's...
And I'm going, oh my
reading
God,
my damn
he's
mind,
reading
right?
my mind. So, and then he said another sentence, and I was like, wow. He goes, what if I told you you're going to get paid exactly what you're worth? And I go, exactly what I'm worth? He goes, yeah, because you can work as many hours as you want. You can talk to whoever you want. You can sell anywhere in the state of Illinois. You can do whatever you want to do, And I'm going,
I like it already.
So
right.
I was like, well, I don't really like ADM that much these days. So you know what? I'm going to jump in with both feet, and I'm going to see how it goes. And
and you're like, I'm going to be able to survive because the DJ thing.
The DJ thing was doing pretty good, so I was like, I can survive.
But ADM was just trading time for money.
Right.
Here's this. That's all. Yeah.
And the clock works. A time clock works for some people. I'm not that person. I don't like punching that clock. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's how I got in at country. And fortunately, I mean,
And when you hit the ground running, were you
immediately.
hustle?
Immediately I was having success.
Oh, yeah.
And that was very fortunate. And a lot of it at that time, country had some of the best insurance rates around. So that helped out a lot. And then the other thing is I had this file of everybody that I'd done wedding receptions for. So I've got all those contacts.
Rolodex that was...
And I'd call them up and say, hey, you remember me? I did your wedding 3 years ago. And they're like, oh, yeah. I'm like, well, I'm in insurance now. You want to do this? And they'd let me quote them, And I'm catching people when they're, freshly married and young. And I still insure a lot of those people today, that I did that with. And I was still DJing at that time. So when people would call me to do their wedding, I'd be like, sure. And I'd usually meet with them, a week or two before their wedding. And I'd say, meet me at my country office.
This is the icebreaker right here. Right?
Yep. So DJing really helped me with my country career.
Yeah, you built relationships like crazy.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, that's really impressive. So what is your role at is that your office out there? I mean, is that I don't know how it works exactly.
So when you're a rep for country, I mean, we're all basically the same. So my office partner is Zach Young. Okay. He's been with me now for, I think, 11 years or 12 or something like that.
Yeah.
Great guy, younger guy. He's 40 years, just turned 40. And, so he's really good at like the home and auto stuff. And I've always been really good at home and auto stuff, but I'm wearing down on that. But what really triggers me now is I like doing the financial. So I've got all my financial licenses, and I've been doing it since day one.
Like financial planning?
Financial planning. So I do a lot of retirement planning. If somebody's got a 401k, we roll it over to country. And so that's what I'm in the transition now. I've always done it, but I'm in the transition to let Zach, and I'm probably even going to bring in somebody else to do some more of the home and auto stuff. Right. And I want to focus more on the financial, the life insurance policies and stuff like that. Yeah. Maybe a little commercial insurance and stuff. So, I just turned 61, and I'm like, if I'm going to do this for another 9-10 years, because that's what I plan on doing.
It's time.
At least that long, I hope.
It's time to switch it up.
As long as my health holds up.
Sure.
But, I'm tired. Everybody needs great service, but I don't want to be the guy all the time when you call in and you go, hey, I got a billing issue, or I traded my Ford for a Chevy. Right. Can you take care of that? No, but I got somebody that can. Yeah.
Right. I'm going to give you someone who wants to do this.
How about you come in and talk to me about what are you going to do in your retirement, and can I help you with that? That's kind of more.
But I guess again, every person has the need, right? Oh, yeah. I mean, no matter what. Yeah. Is your son work there too?
He did.
Okay.
So insurance is not for everybody, right? Let me tell you. I mean, he came in and worked 5-6 years there, and he did a pretty good job, but he just
it was like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
Happens.
He likes the car business, so that's what he's doing. I've got two sons. One's at Miles Chevrolet, and then the other one is at Crown Toyota. Oh, and what's funny is
across the street,
but they both do basically the same thing. They're both service advisors, so they're the guy that when you pull your car in to get work done, they're the ones that meet you and talk to you and get everything set up for you, stuff like that. So, but my oldest son Zach's already did insurance, and he wasn't that thrilled with it. My younger son, Wade, who's, what is he now, 31, I think, he wants to try it somewhere down the road. So we're gonna work on that, so.
And you don't know, I mean, like most things, unless you dive in, you don't know, you know what I mean? But to know that obviously that's what you did at ADM and what your son did here, a lot of people don't even consider the fact that, hey, you don't have to do what you don't like.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, the way that we were raised is not like that. It was more like you get a job with that Friday looks good.
Right. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I got a lot of clients that'll tell me when they're growing up, their dad would be like, "You get on at Caterpillar, you get on at ADM," and and they basically you did what your dad told you to do. That's kind of what I kind of did, for a while. He said, get a job at ADM. I'm like, okay, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and they did it for good. I mean, my dad's living off a great pension right now.
Oh, yeah.
So the good plan, but that's not where the times aren't the same.
Right. No, it's not for everybody. Just like I said, insurance, they'll tell you, when I started at Country in 2000, I've been there 25 years now. When I started there in 2000, they have what's called a new agent class. And I think 27, 28 guys, men and women, went to Bloomington, that's our home office, went there for training. Okay. And then you come back a year later for some additional training. And it was so amazing to me that the 27 or 28, 1 year later, there was like 6. And then today, if I look back at the same, I think I know one person who's still in the business that started with me. It's a rough business.
Yeah.
I mean, you have some pretty thick skin, You can't be afraid to ask for a sale.
Right.
It's hard.
No is okay to hear.
No's okay. Yeah. A guy told me one time, he says, if you knew you was going to write 1 out of every 10 people you quoted, how many people you want to quote? I go, well, I'd want to quote 1,000 then, because that means I'm going to write 100 of them,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, what sucks is the
900 that tells you no.
Well, so what was it? Just determination, or I guess you said you were having some good luck, but that even runs short. Eventually, you run out of people. So what makes you good at it?
Well,
I mean, you can look back now and even go, I'm not what I was, but when I was hungry for it,
but I'm telling you, I've got a lot of people to thank for helping me out. A lot of referral people, I learned early on that mortgage people are the ones that if you treat them right, they'll send you a lot of their clients.
Okay.
They're the ones that when you're buying a house, they're the ones that say, I need to see that insurance.
Yes.
So, if this person is sending me business, I'm going to make sure they get priority. They're going to get their declarations page like that.
Yeah.
They're never going to be waiting on me to close a deal.
Right. Right. So was there someone that you were under that you were kind of following their footsteps, or did you just go, well, the more people I shake hands with, the more opportunities I'm going to have, so that's what I'm going to do?
Yeah, there were some really superstar agents down near St. Louis whenever I started, and I remember I took a couple days and I went down there and I just said, hey, can I just hang out with you? I want to know, you tell me what's making your success. So I don't care what you do in this world, find that mentor. There's no doubt about it. Somebody who you can call up and say, hey, I got this situation, what would you do about it? But I mean, I learned a lot from a lot of people, but what made me successful more than anything was just maybe the right time, the right place, I guess, but getting to know a lot of the mortgage people in town, and
set yourself up for success there.
Right. Yeah. And the more community involved you are, the more you get to know those type of people.
Right. Well, and you've done an excellent job at, I don't know if marketing and advertising is the same thing, but you know what I mean? You've done good at being you're thought of. You know what I mean? I don't know how that works exactly, but I mean, you're like, it's money and billboards and trucks and whatever. But, to just put that, when your face is a company, it's huge when your face is community like you are.
Yeah. Well, they tell me there's not a microphone I don't like. So.
Right.
We did a lot of radio commercials, and we still do some, but we always try to put a little comedy flair in there.
I've heard it. I've definitely caught it. Yeah.
And then I got my catchphrase. Why wouldn't you? At the end of every commercial, why wouldn't you?
That's cool though. So, is there currently people that get into the there's a million. I mean, I'm sure there's a million different insurance companies throughout the U.S. Do you have people that reach out as young agents and go, "Man, can I pick your brain, even though I'm not coming to work for you"? Does that happen? And are you receptive? I would assume.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no doubt about it. And I've had agency managers from other counties, even some down in southern Illinois near St. Louis and this, and they'll be like, "Hey, can you come down to our agency meeting? Can you talk to my people?" And yeah, I mean, I want to give back. I mean, I learned from a lot of other people, so yeah, I want to give back to that.
Yeah, that's cool. Mm-hmm. So you and Bob Frazier a couple years ago now, right?
Yep.
Has it been a couple years ago? You snagged
up
the 48.
2.5 years ago, yeah.
Which the 48 is that's been there a long. That's one of the original OG bars in town here.
It opened up in 1937.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Dang.
So we had an opportunity. But I used to go in there for lunch once in a while. Got to know the owner. And she basically said, "Hey, I'm ready to hang it up. Would you guys have any interest?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I never thought about it, but yeah." I'm too busy to work there, but it's fun to hang out there. And it was fun to take a business that I felt like we took a business that was doing okay and we turned it into one of the better restaurant bars. I call it a hole in the wall. It's one of the best hole in the walls around.
Yes. Yes.
You can go there and the food's great. Great people in there. We got a great staff. Our manager is phenomenal.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys. It is nice.
We got real lucky there because.
And you have entertainment here and there.
Oh yeah.
You've got a few outdoor events there.
Mm-hmm. We have a lot of fun with the place. Yeah, that's kind of my niche. There is Bob does a lot of the day-to-day stuff, like let's say a cooler breaks down or this or that. He's the one usually calling and getting it fixed and that kind of stuff. I'm more of the marketing side of it. Yeah. I'm more of the, hey, let's get some live music in here. I'm the one booking all the acts and stuff like that. When we have, like you said, we try to do 3 or 4 times a year. We'll do outdoor stuff because for those of you that have never been to the 48 Inn, I mean, it literally holds about 50 people.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And that's pretty tight.
Yeah.
So, but what's cool about being small is when you have 30, 40, 50 people in there, you feel like you're at the place.
Yes.
It makes it fun.
Yeah, it's a really good atmosphere.
But if you want to have like a full band, you got to do it outside there. Right. You can't do a full band inside. So we have a lot of 1- and 2-person acts come in.
Right.
A lot of Fridays and Saturdays.
Which, again, that's cool, just to having someone over there picking a little bit, and you can still have a conversation in the place, but they're playing good music.
Yep.
And if you stick around long enough, you get the mic.
You have done your research, haven't you?
I actually have done it from the bar a couple times. Like, oh, shit, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
No, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
So do you say, ideally you'd like to, get another, it sounds like you're saying you'd like to do what you're doing till you're 70 as far as on the countryside, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my goal right now. And people say, how long are you going to do this? I usually say, I think I got another 9 or 10 years in me, but I might have more than that. I might decide someday that I don't want to.
Right, right. You might wake up tomorrow and say, you know what, man? Yeah. So do you look ahead? I know you're married, right?
I'm getting married.
Okay.
A week from Saturday.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you look ahead to like retirement, you're old enough now that you can think about that. If it comes, is there like a goal, a plan? Like, is there a thing that you're gunning for and shooting for? Does that exist? Or is it kind of like?
I'm pretty happy with my life as it is, but I would like to somewhere down the road, maybe have a place, a condo, a house, or somewhere nice and warm.
Snowbird it a little bit.
Yeah, do a little bit of snowbirding, I'd like to do that sometime. I got 2 fantastic grandchildren that I want to be around. I want to see them a lot. So I can't see myself going away for the whole winter or anything like that. But unless I can figure out how to get them down there some. But,
Right. Yeah. They're local.
Yeah, they're both local, yeah.
Well, that's cool. I think family. I mean, you could go. I know a lot of people who have went and lived cool places, but when it's all said and done, what brings you back is family. Family makes home. You know what I mean? I mean, cool places are cool for sure.
Right.
But you know.
I travel a lot. I mean, I will tell you, I probably take 8 weeks vacation a year.
All right.
Okay, so, and you know, it sounds like a lot, but that's one of the reasons I feel like I can work maybe into my 70s is because I don't want to work super hard and then just go, okay, I'm done, I'm retired, now I'm going to enjoy life. No, I want to enjoy life throughout, you know.
That's actually a great plan because you know what I mean? Whenever we get done working, if that happens, it's usually like, well, I could have done things in my 40s that I in 50s.
Right.
And no, so that's a great way to do it. I mean, I think and it's part of, I mean, you work hard. It's part of like the self-care thing. You got to go spoil yourself. If you can afford to do it and you work hard enough to do it, then you absolutely got it.
I tell my staff all the time, I said, I am already semi-retired. Don't you know that?
Yeah. I just kind of work.
I work. You're there. No.
Yeah. My phone rang and then yours rang because I pushed a button. I was done.
Yep.
That's funny. Yeah. So when you look back at, I guess it would be the career that you're in now, after you hit the ground running, no more ADM, what was like the biggest challenge that you had to face? Is there something you could nail that was like, or is it really like you just had the gift at doing what you're doing the whole I mean, it's possible, right?
It's always a fight. I mean, but I really enjoy doing what I do. So, I mean, it's not that big of a I mean, every day you're going to run into something that you wish you didn't have to do.
Sure.
You know, but if you're doing 90% of the time you do enjoy what you're doing, there's nothing better for me than clients come in and we sit down and we might shoot the crap for 15, 20, 30 minutes before we even really start talking about their insurance.
Right.
You know, you get to know a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of people are counting on you. It's nice there's a lot of value in, you know, if I can save you $200 on your auto insurance, that's great. But, you know, the whenever you get to know people and you're the guy who shows up at a funeral and you're the one that's got the check for the $250,000 or the $500,000.
Right.
And you know that you talked that person that's now deceased into buying that policy, it makes you feel like you're
purpose. Yeah.
It gives you purpose. It really does. So, you know, you don't want to see anybody pass away, but it's rewarding whenever you see that something you did helped that family.
Right. Because essentially, I mean, in the beginning, you're going, I don't know if I'm going to be around to deliver a check. I don't know them but to see it kind of go full circle and go, oh, I'm helping for people.
Right.
I mean, yeah. So, what is your do you guys still like? How do you target people for financial planning and stuff like that? Is that a whole new deal, or you use your same Rolodex now? You're revisiting clients.
Yeah. Well, I try to meet with all of my clients about every year or 2 years, something like that. So, you know, I could have your home and auto insurance for the last 20, 25 years, but now you're at CAT or you're at ADM or whatever, and you're about ready to retire, you know, and it's like, hey, have you looked into maybe rolling your 401k over here or this or that, you know, and so.
And what is that? When you say roll your 401k over with country, what is that? What is that process? What is the benefit?
The benefit, well, a lot of people want to take it from where they worked, and they have a lot more control of it if they give it. So, like, I'd split it up maybe. Okay, so one of the things I love about country is what we're good at, we do, and what we're not good at, we find a partner. Okay, so you know, we have partners in the financial, like we do Prudential and Transamerica and Jackson and Protective and this and that. So, you know, if you retired from a ADM or a CAT or something like that, you got a 401k, you don't have that many options. I mean, it's all in mutual funds, pretty much. Okay, you could bring it to me and you could say, well, I like what I'm doing here. And then I go, okay, what if we had left half of it, kind of like what you're doing there, but what if we put some in this that creates you another pension? What if we put it in this one that is guaranteed not to lose money? No matter what, it can't lose money. So there's a lot of different products out there,
that we don't know
most
about,
people
right?
don't know anything about it.
That's what I'm saying.
So
you're going, hey, you don't.
Right.
You can still get screwed if you don't be careful.
Right. I mean, hey, look back at 2008. I mean, people lost 35% of their money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And if you're retired and you lose 35% of your money, that's a big deal. If you let's say you're taking out 5% a year just to live on, you just lost 40% in 1 year.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. So you have to do something besides just leave it there.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So
the security of just leaving it there is not security at all, right?
I preach diversification. You need to be diversified, and more so than not just a few different mutual funds. I mean, in totally different ways of investing. Right. Yeah.
Right. Well, you're guiding people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's under the same, I mean, you do insurance and financials, it's all under the same company?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I tell people, you have to be older to remember this, but back in the day, it was called Country Companies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I started at Country Companies. I think I was there either a year or 2 years, and they changed to Country Financial. Anyway, they went to Country Insurance and Financial. Then they eventually went to Country Financial to shorten it up. But
so are these all over the U.S.?
Yeah, we're not 50 states.
Okay.
No, I think we're in 22 states.
Oh, but you're kind of everywhere. Yeah.
Countries like, we don't want Florida.
Right. Yeah.
We don't want
Too
California.
much going on over there. Right?
Yeah. So they're they're mostly Midwest, but we are clear out
Inland.
we are in Oregon and Washington,
Okay.
but we're not in California.
Right.
But yeah, so we're in like Arizona and stuff like that. So I mean, we're kind of all over the place, not so much on the East Coast at all, but anyway, they've done a great job. Okay, well, I'll get back to that. So Country Companies, the reason it was called Country Companies was because it was a bunch of different companies. We had Country Mutual, that was your home and auto, and then you had Country Life, which was life insurance. We had Country Investors, which was annuities. We had Country Trust Bank, which was mutual funds. But they all fell under that umbrella of Country Companies.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they did away with that Country Companies. It's just Country Financial. It's the same company.
Right.
They just renamed it because it's easier to say, I think. And they wanted the word financial in there so people knew we did financial.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And so do you, I mean, when you retire, because that's like I said, you're like Country Companies, but it's your office or you're the main person. Your name is on the door, right?
Right. Yep.
So whenever you're done, someone else has to do this, right? And when you're done, that goes with it. Zach has to do his thing or whatever, right?
That's one of the reasons I've got Zach. Zach and I have partnered up.
You guys are partners out there.
We are actual partners, and whenever I retire somewhere down the road, hopefully there'll be somebody to take my spot, and maybe it'll be my one son that hasn't tried it yet. Who knows?
Who knows?
But yeah, I foresee a day where hopefully him or somebody else is taking most of my home and auto side. Zach's doing his thing, and I'm doing nothing but financial.
Right.
So like Zach Young right now, he doesn't do financial at all.
Gotcha.
Okay, he doesn't have his financial licenses or anything.
Right.
So it's a good partnership. Let me do the financial. You do the home and the auto, most of it. So that's kind of what's going on right now. But it
works out because you were kind of going, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Right. Perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a long-term plan. We knew it was going to be this way.
Yeah.
And when I'm in my 70s, I might still say, I'm still going to work, but I'm not doing anything but financial. Right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell, you might be able to do everything from a Zoom and do just fine from anywhere.
I might be able to sit on a beach.
Damn right, at that house you have that you never go to.
That'd be nice.
Like, man, you fly back to see these grandkids. Yeah, I said I'd see them. All right, I'm out.
Right.
So, I kind of asked this already, but I don't know if I got an answer really. So what is it? And now you get to see, because Zach Young, he must have the same thing. What is it that allows you to be able to just get said no to more than you ever think about hearing yes, and just know that that's supposed to happen. I just know a lot of people when they jump in, matter of fact, they'll see you doing well and go, same pitch that you got, which is you can make as much as you are worth. And that sounds great from someone who would like to have a bunch of money. Now, if they're considering the work that goes into it, not always. Right. That's why it usually doesn't go.
Right.
But yeah, how do you continue to do it and not think like, I must suck at this? It's like, no, this is just how it works.
Well, there's definitely times you feel like I couldn't sell ice to an Eskimo, or whatever that phrase is.
Yeah. No, yeah. But I think that's what is the hardest part about any type of sales or any type of service like that is you have to be able to go.
You have lots of peaks and valleys. I got a buddy who's a country agent in Lincoln, Illinois, and we go to agency meetings once in a while, and he's one of these funny guys, you know. And there was a new agent came in, and he got the kind of the podium, and said something about, hey, there's lots of peaks and valleys in here. He goes, I'm telling you right now, you're going to have to change them shoes. And he's like, he goes, trust me, there's days you're going to want to hang yourself in this business, and you got to get rid of those laces. You got to wear slip-on shoes, buddy.
Protect yourself. No, that's fair. That's fair. Well, no, and I think that's probably the answer is, you're not going to sit there and go tell everyone how many people said no to you. You're not glorifying it. You're just going, fuck, this has got to get better. And then it does.
No, I learned a long time ago, no is not a bad answer. I don't mind no's. You know what I don't like is I don't like the people that won't pull the trigger either way. I hate maybes. You can be a maybe for a while, but after a while, that aggravates me.
Yeah, what are you thinking on?
Yeah. It's like, there's been times I've just told people, it'd be like, I've been asking you for the last 2 years to buy a life insurance policy, and you're like, I got to think, let me go home and talk to the wife about, let me do this, let me do that. Always an excuse. And after a couple of years, I'll be like,
hey, just tell me no, dude, man. That'd be fine.
Dude, just tell me no. Okay, just tell me. Tell me you don't care about your family. Just say no. Please just say no.
You're like, I got one last pitch. Tell me you hate your kids. It's fine. That's clever.
I tell people, I used to have this
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm old. I had this paper.
Your wife will be fine when you die. You're right.
I had this yellow pad, and it'd be like, here's who I've talked to. I still use I'm old time. So yellow pad, have your name on there, and I'll be like, well, I talked to you life insurance on, June 1st and on December 31st. And I'm leaving, and I'd tell them, I'd say, I want to take you off this pad until you tell me no.
You're here.
And maybe
stays.
I'm going to keep bothering you.
Right.
So you got to tell me no.
Yeah, no harm. As a matter of fact, the harm is you being on this pad.
Right. Exactly. So to answer you the no thing, that bothers me more than a no.
Right. Yeah. Well, I guess that's it. Is you're going, if I can, I don't expect you to come. Let me quote you, and if I don't have better of everything, then okay, fair,
right.
Good. But if I do, then why wouldn't you, right?
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I even think like for a while you guys were doing like, you guys do giveaways of like Cardinal Cub tickets. Yep. You do, I think for a while there you were doing like Roadhouse gift cards or something when people would come out there. But that type of thing, that is what, the community is ultra important, especially, we're not big. This isn't a huge area by any means.
When I started 25 years ago, I bet you the population of Macon County has probably dropped 10 or 15% at least.
Yeah.
It
has.
Which is not good, but it is what it is.
Right. It's like big companies gone, a lot more small businesses, but I think that might even be more of people just trying to survive without having to punch a clock, and some of them succeed and some of them don't.
Right.
But, I don't know.
Yep.
Which I don't know, Decatur, it's home to me. I mean, there's a lot of things you could bitch about, but then if you really look into it, our downtown really looks beautiful now. There is entertainment.
Right.
Mount Zion and Forsyth are like their own cool-ass places connected.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I remember years ago going, there's just nothing to do in this town.
Yeah.
I used to think that all the time.
Same.
Yeah. And now it's like,
you can literally choose what you're going to do.
What's going on this weekend? Well, we can do this, this, or this.
Right.
You know, and it's like, man.
Yeah. You're right. People are involved. And I liked the celebration, but I liked it. The Devon is beautiful.
It really
Beautiful
is.
venue. I mean, it's not anything. The celebration was more of a community event, you know what I mean? Where that's a concert venue, of course. But
Right. We're fortunate to have it. Whenever I have like friends come in from out of town or whatever, and it's near summertime or whatever, I've got season tickets down there. So,
that's a great.
I'll take them down there, and that just blows them away.
Blows them away, no doubt.
Especially people who lived in Decatur 10, 20 years ago and now are coming back.
And they're going, I can't picture what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
yeah.
We're fortunate. And I'm buddies with Lavelle at the Lincoln, and some of the stuff he has in there is just amazing. And I don't know why it doesn't get quite as the support that the Devon does, but I'm telling you, I've seen the same bands at Devon and I've seen them at the Lincoln, the same band.
Right.
And the sound is so much better at the Lincoln.
It was designed
I love the
for
Devon,
it.
don't get me wrong. But man, if you want to just go to hear a band sound great,
It was designed for it by someone smart a long time ago.
yeah,
right?
they say the Lincoln's like acoustically perfect.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
so, and we got that right in our downtown area, you know, so.
Well, so it seems like, and whenever I was talking to Lavelle, it was kind of like, so now that the Devon starts slowing, he's like, our anticipation is that maybe this winter will be a little bit more of a boost because the Devon gets people used to going out again and having fun and interacting. So when you go, well, now it's winter, what do we do? They're like, well, we got you. That's cool.
Right.
They got stand-up going there. I'm going to see that trailer trash team. I gotta go. Have you seen this lady?
I went to Tailgates and Tall Boys in Bloomington a couple years ago, and who's Jelly Roll was playing.
Yeah.
And she was there with Jelly Roll.
Okay.
And she was like the in-between girl.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, my God. I don't get it. I don't know who likes the girl.
Yeah, I just like
but
this is.
Lavelle says you're not gonna believe how many tickets we've sold to this
I
one.
bet.
He's
I
like,
bet.
this is going to be a big show.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I just think live. I mean, yeah, that's where it's at. What do you think makes the young people not go to the bars anymore? You notice that, right?
Oh yeah,
and it's not just any certain bar; it's period. I think.
Yeah,
the bar age has got to be pushing maybe 30 and up.
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, it's just maybe they don't have the money. I don't know.
They don't want to work, so
they don't want to work. Yeah,
got to have money.
So I can tell you that I'm a big live music guy, and it scares me that that's eventually going to go away. A lot of that because I don't see the young people going to the concerts like that.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Or anywhere. I think that's what confuses me. I mean, you can even go to the Cardinal game, and it's like, there's a gap missing. There's the ones that are with their parents, and then there's the ones that have kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what happened to
where? No, you're right.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I just didn't.
Some of it's the money, I think, but.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, life does continue to.
I worry
expensive.
It's a little bit of they grew up with that gaming and all the social networking and stuff, and some of them don't know how to communicate. I don't think.
No,
you know,
you're right. Well, this shit a few years ago, this COVID, it kind of even extra taught people how to be introverted and act like they're not.
Right.
You know, it's like. But I don't envy that. But then again, I think you always look at a generation younger and go, what are you guys doing? But I liked riding bikes and street lights, and that was a great era to grow up in.
Oh, yeah. I loved it too. But
now we're raising them going, hey, text me from your bedroom and tell me goodnight.
Yeah. Yeah, because we, the funny thing for me is like, you go down to Nashville to Broadway,
Uh-huh.
and every bar is just jammed. Now, those usually are a lot of younger people.
Yes, you're right.
But they're jammed in there, right? And then, here I've got the 48 in, and where I bring in really, really top-notch country music people. And they're more local ones, okay?
Yeah,
but they're fantastic.
Yes.
And it's like it's hard to get people to come out and see these people.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't get it.
Right.
You guys would be paying to watch the guy that's sitting in the corner right now playing. If he was at Tootsie's, you guys would be paying $10 or $12 a beer.
Right.
Or $15, $20 a mixed drink.
Yep.
And you'd be like this. It'd be
not
cramped,
comfortable.
not comfortable. And you come in here and hang out and even ask for requests. And
So do you think that's it? Is people they just don't know? I don't know how you cannot know, but I've had conversations with a couple people lately about that. Like Carla at Rocco's that owns Rocco's.
Yeah.
What's what her and I have had that. She's like, how does someone not know of a bar that's been here for 30 years? And it's just like, if you don't know, you don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
And plus, you guys are like reclassifying you called it a hole in the wall, but the dive bars they're all pretty nice.
Yeah.
They're all pretty, you guys got good things. I mean, where you're at, you got good food. I think that's kind of key there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you guys do good at advertising, so I can only imagine it just getting bigger and better. I know you guys tricked me into Taco Tuesday, and I broke my diet and got fat last week. That shit was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did good.
No, we've got great cooks and great staff, and I don't know. We got one girl there that's fantastic at Facebook, so she makes all of our ads.
It's good to have one.
Yeah, and we share it and everything, so hopefully people see that. But
yeah,
every day we have something, Taco Tuesday, Wings Wednesday.
And so I don't live far. I have to drive past there regularly, and I feel like every evening it's parking lots crowded.
Business is pretty good.
Yeah.
The biggest problem we've got with that place is that it's old and things break down all the time.
Oh, so there's no getting ahead?
All the time. And it's like, what now?
Yeah. Well, eventually you'll have all new.
Yeah. Yeah. Our walk-in cooler just broke down. So that's going to be another $9,000 or $10,000.
Oh, shit.
For, that's just for the AC unit that cools it. I mean, the cooler itself is fine. It's the
guts
nothing's
or whatever.
Cooling it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, man. But we're putting that in, and hopefully we'll get 10 or 20 years out of that thing. Right. I hope. So
you don't know till it happens. Right?
But we took over. The gal who ran it before us, she did not put very much money back into the place.
Right.
And it's all showing now.
As is.
And then, and we bought it right, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
So, but we've put a lot of money in that place.
Right.
So
planned and some not planned.
Yeah.
Well, even like out back, how you guys I think you poured a nice little
patio and everything back there.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that's perfect.
It just never ends, man.
Right.
Bob calls me daily and goes, well, this ain't working now. And I'm going,
and of course it's not. We got a really good hobby here, don't we? Yeah.
It was really smart for us to jump into this thing, What's funny about the 48 in for me is here I've been doing insurance and financial for 25 years and stuff. And I could be walking down the street or whatever. Somebody will be like, hey, Jeff, how's business? And I'm going, it's not bad, and I'll start talking about insurance or whatever. They go, no, the 48 in, how's that doing? Nobody gives a crap about your, right. I make 98% of my living I make off of Country Financial and 2% off of that bar. That bar is more of a hobby than anything.
I thought I'd tell you about what keeps the bar open, and that's going well.
Exactly. But every guy sometime wants to own a bar.
Hell
and
yeah.
I'm one of them, and I did it.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I don't regret it. I have a lot of fun there, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know?
you're not. Yeah, you didn't buy that, and now you're a rich bar owner because of it. You're going. No, I got a spot to drink with my buddies, and it's nice. It's clean. It's fun. It's
Yep.
Yeah.
I got the remote. If I want to watch the Colts game on Sunday,
Damn right.
I turn on the Colts.
Damn right. You earned it. You earned that. Yeah. No, you said it. I mean, that is just a cool goal. And I'll tell you what. There was one time. It wasn't long after you guys opened, or I had just knew that it had changed hands. I think I'd ran into Bob somewhere else. And I walked in there, and it was like, I think Keck was in there and Jim was in there. You guys just had a group of guys, and it was almost just like, good, this is what it's for. You know what I mean? Like, that is cool, right. Seeing you and, you know, yeah. And, of course, everybody in there's, no matter where they were at, are good tippers and good. So it's almost just like, what better place than to create one? I mean, not that that's paying for your walk-in freezer, but it still was just cool to look at it and go, you can only imagine that you and Bob had this in mind, and it was like, look at it, it's happening. It's cool.
Well,
it's cool.
I like a good hole in the wall.
Yeah.
You give me one of those over some polished place any day of the week.
For sure.
And I like a place I can go get a $3 beer, you know, or whatever, you know, or a $5 mixed drink.
Right.
You know, I don't like spending $10 on a mixed drink or whatever. Let me do that, and you know, and I want good TVs, so that's what we did. So
create it.
But one of the things that I liked about the location of it, there's not a whole lot on the northwest side of Decatur, especially for live entertainment.
Right.
You know, so. And live entertainment is getting real rare to find
anyway.
Is
that place down the street open? The one?
Port?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're open.
Oh, okay.
It's a whole different crowd, let me tell you.
Okay, I don't think I've been there.
Yeah.
It's
a different crowd.
It's okay.
I'm about to say it's a different crowd.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. Yep. It takes all kinds, right?
Right? Yeah. So it's not my scene, but... Yeah, the 48 draws the good old boys and girls and people who like to just chill out and have some good food and some cocktails and
try their luck here and there.
Try their luck a little bit, watch a game on TV, you know.
That's cool.
Catch some good music on the weekends, you know.
That's funny though. It's like I didn't take good financial advice, but I have a cool place now. I didn't give myself any advice. But bucket list, we got a bar.
We got a bar. No. Someday when everything's fixed,
it's going to be
it might make a little money.
Hell yeah. Well, you're going to be up to 4% of your income. No, but I mean, I don't know. At least you guys are in a spot to be able to do it. I mean, that's neat, man.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I appreciate you coming in and chatting and just getting to know you and talk to you a little bit. It's been fun. Got anything you want to plug? Obviously, we kind of know, people know the 48, and I'll put links up to even your insurance agency when I release this to where somebody would want to call your office. Even if they need auto, he'll put you in touch with Zach.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how quick you're putting this thing up where people are listening to it, but this weekend we've got dynamite music. So Halloween night is Acoustic Avenue. You know who that is?
I don't.
Not? Yeah, it's. I'll give you a minute here. Brad Hirsch.
Oh yeah.
From River Bottom Nightmare Band, the guitar player.
Yeah.
It's him and a guy named David Samples is a singer. And I'm telling you,
he's a drummer, right? Or
he's a singer.
Dave Samples is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he drums somewhere else.
I know who you're talking about.
I know he's a singer. And those two guys are as good as anybody you'll see. They're better than most people you're going to see in Nashville. I'll tell you that right now. And then we've got a guy.
They're tomorrow.
They're tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow night. And which we're having a Halloween party there too. So it'll be a double. It should be a great night. And then we got a guy out of Champaign coming in on Saturday night, and he's my favorite, Tom Grassman.
Okay.
Tom Grassman is the lead guitar singer of Nighty's Daughter.
Yeah.
And I love Nighty's Daughter, but when you put Tom with just him and a guitar in a corner, he's so entertaining, and he'll play any request you want. and he's funnier than hell.
Oh, so he's just got it.
You can't do that in a band, you know what I mean? But when you're sitting there with just a guitar, you can
switch it up,
shoot the crap with the crowd, and just have a ball. And so that's our weekend coming up. So that's what fires me up about having a bar is I get to control who's sitting in the corner.
Yeah.
You know,
well, to know
people.
that, you don't, I mean, so there are places that, and we've seen it, that they'll have a band inside a place that has no business, full band crammed, where it's like, now what? The hell am I So to know, it's probably from being traveling and being able to see that, hell yeah, someone with a guitar and a microphone that isn't trying, no one has to blow the roof off to be great.
Right.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. So, yep, if you've not been to 48, I'd tell you this is the weekend to do it because if you want to hear some great live music. So
that's cool. Well, I bet you guys will do good this weekend anyway, I would imagine. Halloween. But yeah, dude, well, I appreciate you coming on. And
thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining me on another episode of Beyond Business. We'll catch you on the next one in 5 days. Until then, be kind to each other. We'll see you next time. Hey, thanks again for joining me for this episode. Before you sign off, here's a quick word from the companies who make it possible for us to do this. Aerial Elite Solutions, when it comes to drone technology, no one does it better. From solar inspections to construction monitoring to telecom towers to wind turbine blades to real estate coverage to event showcasing, AES brings the sky to your side with unmatched quality, precision, and speed. Reach out to Aerial Elite Solutions at flyaes.com and see how they can elevate your business today. Midwest Lightning Rods. For nearly a century, they've been protecting homes, farms, and businesses from one of nature's most destructive forces. When lightning strikes, they make sure that you're covered the right way and the safe way. Contact MLR today at lightningstrikes-weprotect.com to see how you can become part of the community protected by MLR. Support local, trust the best. Aerial Elite Solutions, Midwest Lightning Rods. Excellence from the ground to the sky. Thank you again, and we'll catch you in 5 days. Until then, be kind to each other.
Yo, we on business. Yo, we out here hitting that grind. Podcast vibes letting loose, unwind. Next on the mic, yeah, he flexing with pride. Meeting dope souls, taking you on a ride. Talking about life, not just that paper. Doing it big, ain't no time for a hater. People yap behind his back, but we rise like the sun. Gather round, fam, we just having some fun. Beyond business, it's a vibe, feel that thrill, getting intimate. May even get your heart filled. Meeting the legends, those raw and real. Digging deep thoughts, show you how to feel. From the block to the boardroom, we making that move. Beyond business, baby, yeah, we got the groove. Shout out to the hustlers, the real street thugs. We all eat together, no need for the drugs. Yeah, you blessed with the gift, determined to thrive. Nick's breaking it down, keeping that fire alive. Let's go deep like the ocean, no bluff. Beyond business, baby, we can't get enough.